Sorry.
The heats go on. Welcome to Heat 4 in advance of tomorrow's Higgins Spotter Pack 350 for the XCAL $2 Tuesday Series. Throwback week here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina. Marty Sakala with you in case we know you missed the 7 o'clock session, obviously. But we do have a new pole sitter in Luke Turpin with a 19.838. Jordan Babinger second quick with a 19.963 in the 062. That was driven by Austin Edwards in the heats, 19.979. 9 drivers are locked in so far besides Turpin, Babinger, and the 062 of John Brancaccio. Also locked in to the field include, if I can look closely, Bowen Smith, Octavio Rondeletto, Greg Holes, Trevor Birchmeyer, Riley Duncan, and Kendrick Cryer, qualifying just currently in the midst of wrapping up. We can tell you, by the way, that segment 4, Heat 4, I should say, brought to you by Butt Kicker, known for their transducers, including the Gamer 2, that adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves air, Butt Kicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. Blake Wynn won a Gamer 2 unit during the All-Star race. Additional devices will be won throughout the year. Championship-winning car owner, as well as 2 other special events. Use code XCAL20, all one word, to save 20% now through the end of the year at www.thebuttkicker.com. We've got 25 drivers that will take the green. A full field, by the way, for tomorrow will consist of 33, so 12 will be going home. So definitely recommending that if you're not in the top 13, you definitely make it in via transfer, via heat, if not a provisional situation there. And Tyler McRae showing off his sick moves there. Qualifying is starting a couple of minutes late, just an FYI for those wondering at home. Reason why is we had a glitch in our system. I believe from what I heard, PD clicked on the wrong thing, so blame PD. So stand by the way. We've got Heat 4 around the corner. Qualifying happening right now as we speak. You can see the times on the bottom of your screen. And we'll see on the top as well who currently has pole. Luke Turpin with 19.838, trying to go back-to-back in terms of pole positions. Had it 2 weeks ago when we were at the Thompson Speedway. Again, hope you all are doing well. I'd like to welcome those who are watching on YouTube and on Twitch. Let me know who's watching, who you are, where you could be from, and who you are rooting for in this race. Again, a nice hungry pack of drivers. When we come to the 11 o'clock heat tonight, I will tell you all what the situation is looking like in terms of who has to make it in via heats and who goes home. Of the drivers, by the way, while we are at it, on who failed to do mandatory minimum practice include the following: Derek Colson, Kyle Stride, Charles Chase Johnson, Joel Blewett, Patrick Thomas, and Charlie Beals. From what I recall in the 7 o'clock session, and I'm going to get this loaded up here for you on who have yet to take practice. That session, by the way, at 7 o'clock with 29 drivers taking the green. So the following that could be in danger of not making the field currently: Kyle Streichars, Patrick Thomas, and I don't think I've seen Derek Colson yet tonight, but from the looks of it, I believe he is in. Yep, Colson's in this race, so we'll keep that in mind for those wondering at home. Streichars, I believe, is in this one. Let's take a look and make sure according to your SDK. Because I have not seen him at all yet tonight. Nothing on Streichars and nothing on Patrick Thomas. Qualifying should just be just about wrapped up here any moment. Final minute going down right now. So right now it looks like we've got Kenny Tripp that will start on the pole with Tyler Jalbert next to him. Aidan Mcconaughey still has yet to come out of the heats. And when we do come to 11 o'clock, I will, like I said, when we come to 11 o'clock, I'll keep you all posted on who has to make it in and who doesn't. Checkers are out. So we should be officially all good to go. And it will be Kenny Tripp that is on the pole. There you see the driver control on your screen. Additional 30 seconds to finish up laps. So we are set to go. Let's give you your starting lineup for Heat 4. It is Kenny Tripp and Tyler Jalbert, the teammates, making up row 1. Aidan Mcconaughey, Mason Foster in row 2. It's Jeff Edgar, Steven Rex in row 3. Daniel Miller, Tyler McRae, row 4. John Farley, Patrick Sullivan round out the top 10. Clinus LaBeouf and Sean Andrews are in row number 6. Row 7, it is Matt Baer and Chase Johnson. The 8th row, Sean Patrick and Ron Walters. Row 9, Brandon Monsivais and Joe Campbell. And in row 10, it's Chris Spangler and Robert Colgan. Row 11, Art Hendren and Derek Colson. The 12th row, the lone Canadian in the field, Jeremy Leto and Gerald Poole. And by himself in row number 13 is Shane Briggs in the 999, who did not take time. And Shane Briggs is also not in the field yet, keep in mind. Final words from PDJ Zeller.
Kenny, I'll talk to you down in 3.
Yeah, I got to echo what Petey said. This has been absolutely horrendous. And for some of our newer members who this may be their first or second week, you guys can't just, like, rest on the fact that you've had a lot of good races earlier this season. If I was new to this right now, I'd be concerned about do I feel like putting the time into this league. So let's clean it up a little bit. Let's get them rolling here. You're going to have 2 pace laps. Kenny, you've been in the first couple races, so you're going to get a good view of this finally. P's going to talk to you a little bit here.
We'll get that in a moment. Last heat, I'll mention this. 4 cautions in that, so that was a major pain in the rear end. Give you the weather
All right,
report.
Kenny, you got a copy?
As we get ready for the green flag. 73 degrees.
Yeah,
the
I know
track
exactly
temp has
what you're
gone
gonna say.
down. Keep that in mind. That could be big. If
All
you
right,
want
Kenny,
to
well,
try
I'm
and
gonna
be
talk
off
to you
route
anyways, just so you
turbines,
can say I did. That white line you just crossed, that's where you can go. You can go anywhere between there and the green flag dropping. The green flag drops before that white line, you can go on the green flag dropping, but only if the green flag drops for the white line. All right, guys, we're going green this time by. Bunch them up. Come on.
Green flag this time by, and it's the teammates in heat number 4. Again, brought to you by Butt Kicker in advance on tomorrow night's Higgins the XCAL Spotter Pack 350. That will be at 7:20 p.m. on Facebook and Twitch at How to Suck at iRace, and I'll be on the call alongside Doug Burns for 350 laps around a historic NASCAR Cup Series circuit. Pace truck makes the left-hand turn to pit road. Kenny Tripp, Tyler Jalbert, bring him to green. Heat 4 is green. Tripp gets the edge over Jalbert as they work their way into corner number 3. McConaughey takes a look inside on Tyler Jalbert for second position. Mason Foster in 4th, the first driver out as we speak. Lap 1 led by the helmet, Kenny Tripp. McConaughey trying everything to do inside of Jalbert. They even switched paint schemes, by the way. So we'll take you on board from the rear bumper of Kenny Tripp. Both drivers getting loose off of 4. I think Jalbert caught more of it. It helps out McConaughey take away second position. Jalbert still trying to fight back on the outside. Oh my goodness! How does Jalbert find the room there? I don't know. But that was absolutely a bonsai move by Jalbert. He is up to almost got second at the line to McConaughey, but literally slammed the door in the face of Mason Foster. One driver we have report crashing, Derek Colson, another driver going off the track. And oh, we got a junkyard here.
Coffee, buddy.
Are we going to have a yellow? There should be a yellow here. Ron Walters not even moving. Spangler moving. Now Walters goes into the pits. And they're coming off a 2. And we should stay green. We had Gerald Poole, Art Hendren, Ron Walters crash. Now Sean Andrews has gone off track in the number 23. And he spun it in turn 2. Turn 2 has been a very tough corner for these drivers today. So yeah, update on lap times, by the way. Kenny Tripp currently has the quick time of 19.78. He keeps the lead. He's on the pole. Tyler Jalbert would have to improve if he were to win. He's currently got a 19.99. Aidan Mcconaughey's third. He's got a 20.02 looking inside for P2 on the weapon. Mason Foster in 4th with a 19.89. Would not be quick enough. The only one that's quick enough at the moment is the driver of that number 12. And we will keep the best lap times on your screen throughout the entirety of heat race number 4. Nice side-by-side battle here. That is Jeff Edgar and Patrick Sullivan for position. Caught Spangler late there on the radios through Will Petey. Sullivan Edgar having a nice side-by-side battle. Let's go. Oh, contact between Edgar and Sullivan. Edgar washes up the track. Oh, there we go. Daniel Miller around in the 51. He keeps it in the grass, and that should not be a factor for the leaders.
To the inside of 29.
Oh, finally.
And again, no yellows. Surprisingly, no cautions yet in the race as the drivers are encountering lap traffic. McConaughey blinking a little bit as Jalbert still with P2. Foster nearly puts the bumper on the 85 for 3rd. Stephen Rex currently rounding out the top 5. McRae is running 6th. He's got the black dropping bombs 99 machine. Patrick Sullivan 7th. Jeff Edgar 8th. Matt Bear 9th. Clinus LaBeouf that rounds out the top 10. Here's McConaughey. Takes a look inside. Doesn't work out for second position. Look at the dashboard here of McConaughey. See how he's driving this thing. He's got to run inside on Jalbert for P2. Ooh, Jalbert, that got close. Jalbert almost came down in front of the 04. That could have turned into something disastrous. Jalbert loses it by himself. McConaughey gets the door open. Gets the bottom line to work. He takes second spot away. Now for the final transfer spot. Jalbert and Foster, but Jalbert fights back on the outside. Jalbert's been wheel hopping it a bunch today. We saw it as well. And oh my goodness, did the bonsai move again on Foster this time. And now Foster washes up the track looking for third. But he's got a fight on him now with Steven Rex looking for fourth position. Rex takes it away. Foster just trying to hang on. Contact. Trading some pain in turn one. This could open it up for McRae to take away fifth. Foster is in trouble. Meanwhile, it's Kenny Tripp with the lead by 2.3 seconds over Aidan Mcconaughey. Biggest movers in the race, both Robert Colgan and Gerald Poole. They are up 5 spots. Colgan currently 15th, Poole currently in 19th position. Oh, McRae, and there is Steven Rex, and that brings the yellow out, takes Matt Bear out. It is junk in turn 4. There is Joe Campbell.
Right.
There is a driver with the front end gone. I think that is John Friley.
This time, you guys made it almost 20 laps. Please mic up when you're 2-2.
See the replay here and what happened, and we'll also hear if any drivers are not happy at all.
Man, I was having such a good run until I got run over. Oh.
Watch Steven Rex in that gray 28. Does Foster get into him?
Yeah, and whoever bumped me,
yep, he does.
Checkup,
so that's going to go on the 96
no
likely.
feelings, but man.
McRae misses it on the outside barely. Sullivan just got a piece of it trying to dodge the gap. But what the heck was Bear thinking? Then there's Friley. Luckily for Campbell, it doesn't go upside down. I thought that was going to be a weight shifting flip. But that is a lot of junk. Let's see if we can look from the rear end of Steven Rex before we get the 2-2 situation. That's off of turn 2. It was very hard racing, by the way, for position number 4 on the track. Look at McRae just miss it on the outside. And there's Bear. Watch Matt Bear's on board. I wanna watch this. Because I'm gonna have a little fun here with Bear if he decides to switch lanes. What's he thinking? The wreck occurs. Oh, he couldn't even see the smoke. That's why. Because you never know what will happen in a cloud of smoke. Yeah, he just couldn't see it all. That's unfortunate for Matt Bear. How about Joe Campbell? We had another guy crash too, and that was Derek Colson in the 5. Oh, I had it missed. A 3.6. He shouldn't be a lot of damage for Campbell. How about Colson? We got reports that Colson wrecked. Yeah, he's stopping to miss the wreck and miss all that debris.
2-2.
So here's the call from race control.
Thank you for the 2-2.
That one is getting called a racing deal between the 96 and the 28.
Ooh.
The 28 car was most certainly pinching the 96 down, and I expect more room to be given than that. The 28 really was not giving the 96 much of a lane to race. The one thing I will say is after really, I thoroughly reviewed that one, gave it a really close look. He did leave a lane for the 96 to race, and the caution was caused simply by I'll say a forced error by the 96 car, because he bounced the car off the curb. He didn't have to. He had enough room to stay in the hole, but he bounced it off the curb and got up in the 28. That caused the caution. So EOL to both cars, the 28 for pinching the 96 more than I believe necessary, and the 96 for ultimately making the error that did bring out the caution.
1 lap to go until we get the green flag, so we went about 20 laps before the first caution came out. Kenny Tripp, Aidan Mcconaughey, row 1. Tyler Jalbert, Tyler McRae, row 2. Patrick Sullivan, Jeff Edgar, row 3. Chase Johnson, Clennis LaBeouf in row 4. And Sean Patrick, Joe Campbell round out the top 5, or the top 10, I should say. They're in row 5 indeed. McConaughey blinking a little bit, but we're ready to go back to the green flag. Kenny Tripp right now currently on provisional pole for right now. He fires, we're back to green. Jalbert and McConaughey again side by side for second on the track. Sullivan's in this mix-up too. They nearly touch down the back. McRae in that battle too, as Jalbert a little loosey-goosey on the exit. McConaughey tried to clear, but did not have the lane, but Jalbert washes up the track. We were nearly 4 wide off of 2. That was close. 2 drivers off track, by the way. Mason Foster and Derek Colson spinning down the back straightaway. They should keep it straight. The heat goes from bad to worse for Mason Foster. They come back on the track, and they're touching. That's Sullivan and Jalbert, the teammates. The sort of teammates nearly spun each other out, and that accordions the field. First and second are gone, and that's the battle for third. Here comes Johnson into the mix. He's in 4th. McRae almost chopped the nose off of Clinus LaBeouf there for 6th position on the track. 1 driver loose in the background off of turn 2 as we're coming to 24 to go. Jalbert and Johnson now side by side for 4th on the track. Great racing so far overall. Let's go on board with Tyler McRae. Show you where he's seen from his perspective. He's loving it. T-Cray loves racing like this as long as he doesn't get taken out. Then he's cool with it. Oh my goodness, near contact between Chase and Jalbert. Jalbert washes up and oh boy, can he save it? They're stacking up. Jalbert trying to, oh my goodness. How's he keeping that straight? I don't know. 1 driver off track, by the way, was Joe Campbell. But what a save for Jalbert. Puts him back to 5th. So now let's look at 3rd position, the battle between Sullivan and Johnson. Oh, where do we remember this from last time? Oh yeah, 2 weeks ago at Thompson. They were battling for 2nd hard, and guess what? They took each other out, and neither party was happy. For the lead, meanwhile, Aidan Mcconaughey has closed in on Kenny Tripp, and they're about to endure lap traffic. Looking at Aidan Mcconaughey right now, a win would put him in 2nd. A win for Tripp would put him on the pole. If Tripp were to finish 2nd, it would put him in the 4th position provisionally. So we're watching that closely. We're trying to watch the battle for 3rd too on the track. We're trying to see if we can put both battles on your screen, but let's watch this one. This one's more important. This is for 3rd. Johnson looks underneath Sullivan, doesn't work to his favor yet. And McConaughey tried to look outside on Kenny Tripp there. Nothing coming to fruition. Meanwhile, it's still a mess mid-pack here as I believe there's some more lap traffic in the mix-up too. Nope, there is not, but you've got like 7 cars, maybe 8 or so, under a blanket. In that situation, they are asking for a yellow. Continuing to watch the battle for the lead between Kenny Tripp and Aidan Mcconaughey. On board with the helmet. Someone scraped the wall, unsure. Oh, we got a wreck, we got a wreck. And 2 cars upside down, Sean Andrews and Robert Colgan. They keep him going, and we stay green. Let's see if we can get a replay of that real quick for you folks at home. Got more cars up in the wall. Let's just look at this in real time. Ah, you see it. Andrews in the grass, and the weight shift flips. Normal there. That puts both of them outside the top 10. Matt Bear, we're getting reports for a moment entered pit lane. But nope, let's watch that battle for the lead. And the battle for 3rd we'll watch, more importantly, Chase Johnson by Patrick Sullivan. And Chase Johnson takes 3rd. Sullivan counters back with the crossover on the bottom. Washes up, doesn't work. And now Tyler Jalbert trying to close in. Can you imagine if this guy went from getting extremely loose to taking third? Oh, he's in the wall again. Don't want to be hitting that too much. He is up to Sullivan for fourth. Close calls there from the teammates. We'll watch the battle for the lead too. Try and focus on stuff every lap or so. McConaughey trying the outside. You don't want to get you don't want to get all the way to the bottom, but what a corner there for McConaughey to set up 3 and 4. Inside on Tripp, Aidan Mcconaughey goes to the race lead. Ron Walters spins in the pit lane. The bump and run from Kenny Tripp. Tripp keeps the lead, 11 to go. Johnson to third. Jalbert takes fourth from Sullivan. Sullivan, I think, has used his stuff up already. So Johnson up to third. We continue to watch for the lead. Kenny Tripp fights back, takes it back. 10 laps to settle it. Tripp wants that pole position badly, the provisional pole, I should say. McConaughey thinking about the bumper. Looking outside. Now what does Tripp here do? Does he force Tripp to get extremely loose on the entry? He does. McConaughey trying to make the pass stick up top. Excuse the language there. McConaughey tries to clear on the outside. Doesn't work. The low line in 3 and 4. Where you want to be. Kenny Tripp, Aidan McConaughey, side by side. And a deadlocked drag race, door to door, 8 to go. Tripp washes up for an inch. This is a fantastic race between the top two. Seven-lap shootout. It's McConaughey by a bumper there. Tripp washes up again. But he really gets the advantage in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, it's McConaughey. Unless Aidan can clear Tripp here, he can't. Tripp washes up. Trading paint off the corner at the stripe. It's McConaughey, 6 to go. And he clears Kenny Tripp. Oh, McConaughey tight on the exit. Tripp tries to fight back on the bottom. We'll get the word here from race control this time. Green, green, green.
Green, green, green.
5-car shootout. McConaughey versus Tripp. 5-lap shootout, I should say. 2 cars duking it out. Aidan McConaughey versus Kenny Tripp. Your top 5 on the screen, and you'll see their best time. McConaughey clears Tripp with 4 to go.
Excellent job, Aidan.
And oh, you just heard Kenny Tripp on the radio say, I think I'm done. I think he just gave this one up to Aidan McConaughey. I think Tripp's going to go to Heat 5 because he knows he's got a faster car than Turpin when it comes to lap time. A 19.78. McConaughey obviously has used up the tires and is 200 slower than Luke Turpin, so likely the pole would be kept by the 454. Chase Johnson in third is closed in on Tripp. Now, I would not be surprised if Johnson called it and gave it to Patrick Sullivan. So then Johnson could try for a quicker lap. They work on Sean Andrews in the 23 rain in 16th. He's going to an 11 o'clock situation. But off of turn 4 this time by, white flag. 1 lap to go for Aidan McConaughey. He's had a fun battle with Kenny Tripp. And McConaughey will start inside the top 5. No EOL situation needed for the 85. Kenny Tripp in second, Chase Johnson in third. Off the turn 4, it's Aidan McConaughey that will win heat number 4 for the Higgins Pack 350. Tripp and Johnson transfer on in. Sullivan, McRae, the first 2 out.
Woo.
Alrighty, drivers. That was a bit better than the last one. Well, yeah, definitely a bit better than the last one. Heat number 5. goes live at 11 p.m. It's your last chance to qualify. Any changes to the lineup must be submitted within the next minute and a half, as 10 p.m. is the closeout.
We need the winner, please.
Yeah, let's get the winner of this thing to the Discord for Big Dick there.
Hey, PG, you're out. You're live. All right.
Yep, say PG when you're talking to Big Dick.
Aidan, report to winner circle.
So we will get Aidan Mcconaughey here in just a moment. So stand by for that. We're going to get the official results while we are waiting for him. There you see him on your screen, and we're going to talk with Aidan here. Aidan, that was a fun race with Kenny Tripp there for sure. Waiting for Aidan. Aidan, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I do have a copy.
All right, there we go. That was a fun battle between you and Kenny Tripp.
Yeah, it was an intense one, that's for sure.
Yeah, just walk us through that. Was it just, maybe you saved your stuff up a little better than Kenny?
Yeah, I think I saved up a bit. I think I was still mad about how I disconnected last heat, so I think that the determination drove me a bit there. But yeah, the car felt great on the long run. Saved up my stuff at the beginning of the run a bit, so I had a lot to charge at him late, and it just ended up working.
Right now, I believe I've got you provisionally starting in the second spot. Just give me the expectations for tomorrow.
I expect to run up front all day and then go at it for the win late.
All right, Aidan, we wish you well tomorrow night, man.
Yep, thank you.
That's Aidan Mcconaughey. You see the rest of the results. We'll give you the situations for the drivers that have to make it in when we come to 11 o'clock. This broadcast has been a production of XCAL Racing, the premier street stock leader in iRacing.